I got into the trades because a lot of my friends coming out with university and college degrees weren't getting jobs right away.
I think more and more females especially are starting to see trades as a viable option, and it's nice. I mean, I own my own home, I have a paid off car.
You have the opportunity to make a lot of money, put money away for your future.
Build Together is an opportunity to get together with a lot of other like-minded people that want to pursue and show the opportunities that are available in the skilled construction trades.
To network with other women in your trade is so beneficial, and to network with other women in other trades, you just get that knowledge and experience and all the support from all the other women.
Good morning, everyone, and happy International Women's Day. Welcome to the first, but definitely not the last, Women Build BC conference. My name is Lisa Langevin. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a Red Seal Electrician, the Director of Equity and Engagement at the ITA, and a founding member of the BC Centre for Women in the Trades. I'll be chairing this conference from the ancestral, unceded, and traditional territories of the Kakite people, as well as the Coast Salish nations. I invite all of you to introduce yourselves and acknowledge the lands you are attending from in the Kuva Q&A. If you aren't sure what land you're on, you can look it up and the link posted in the Huva app. Before I introduce our First Nations welcome, I wanted to note that for greater accessibility, we have both American Sign Language interpretation as well as communication access real-time translation services provided today. To access the closed captioning on your desktop, click on the CC or live transcript button on the Zoom menu to the right of the chat button. In the mobile app, click the More button on the control menu. The font size can be adjusted by going into setting in your Zoom app and choosing accessibility at the bottom. I would now like to welcome Christy Charles, also known as Miss Christy Lee of Musqueam First Nation, to open our conference. Christy is a spoken word artist with a background in Indigenous hip hop. She's a storyteller, poet, coastal hand drum singer, filmmaker, and speaker for her ancestors. She was also named the City of Vancouver's first local Indigenous Poet Laureate in 2018.
Aitnetas Musqueam Nasiaya, Antachachlia Talitan Atla Humasqueam. Then attend to Salamat, Kosanamen us, that some can see him. Fanamamana, a Komora, El Mayuch, a Sophia to eat. A Tetano Smartin, Fanamamana, Tetano Smartin, Fanamamana, Aitan Swallowin, Quatsni, Quatsnala. Haitepka to Quam Slanslani, Haitepka to Quam Slanslani, Ashnasiam Siaya. Tanawail eats in Ametstam to Skalech Tamat. Tanamasteoch a Humasqueam Musteoch, a Skohomish Musteoch, a Telewatus Musteoch. Thana Schwallopa Haitepka Nasiam Siaya. Talitan Atla Humasqueam, Talitan Atla Mali. Talitan Atla Temtem Tummer, Talitan Atla Skalech, Talitin Atla Kike, Talitin Atla Sanap, Talitin Atla Almuch, Talitin Atla Chacha Tamas Nasiam Nasiaya. Haitebka, ta Kom Slanslani. Ait tan swallowing, quats nala Nasiam Nasiaya. Eaten quell hankaminam kan, ni hai tanashwells quanitamakan. Good morning, my honored and respected friends. My name is Chachlia. My English name is Christy Charles, and I come from the Musqueam people. I also descend from Squamish and Tsleil-Waututh and many Coast Salish families. When introducing myself, my grandmother always shared with me to be specific on my introduction, as Coast Salish is a terminology that was introduced by linguists. The way we introduce ourselves is very specific to our people. When I say my name, Chachlia, it means who I am and where I come from. It doesn't have a translation to spotted fawn or eagle feather or any of the sorts. It means who I am and where I come from. It means I am a Musqueam woman. And just one moment, please. It means who I am and where I come from. It's the name that has been passed down from the lineages from the women in my family. I carry this name, and my daughters will eventually carry the name as well. Yes, we're going to drum pretty soon. Thank you. So, in my introduction, I shared that I come from Musqueam. I also come from the different villages here in Vancouver, Kitsilano Beach, Jericho Beach, Huehue, Stanley Park, Skalech, where I'm coming from right now. Skalech is an ancient village here in Musqueam at the mouth of the river. It is over 9,000 years old. And through archaeological evidence or belongings unearthed from our territories, it shows that our people have been here for over 10,000 years. As you can see, I'm a working mother as well. Excuse me for a moment. We're up earlier than expected today. I just wanted to give a big thank you to all the strong women who are present here today. However we identify, as you can see on my name there, it says Musqueam Slane. Slane is specific in our language to identify that I am a Musqueam woman and I come from this specific land where we speak our dialect. So when people ask me what my pronouns are, I say as an Indigenous woman in Canada, my identity is not known. So I have to stand up and say that I am a Slane to represent the women before me, the women who are here, and the little ones who come after us. So it's a great honor to be sharing a little bit of history of who we are as Musqueam Slane, Musqueam women, as women, as people who we are, who we identify as, because it is so important to share our story. No matter who we are and where we come from, we're all nuts and mutts. We're all of one. I'd like to share a song with you this morning. Honey, are you going to join me? Mom! I'm going to share a song with you this morning, but it looks like I might have to do it a cappella this time. Come sing with me. All right, my daughter's going to drum for us today. Yeah, okay. I'll sing for you. Latinus the Kaya, Sakaya, Etane Nashwalakwa, Etane Nashwalakwa, oh, yo, oh, yo, yo. Oh, yo, oh, yo, yo, hey, oh, yo, yo, hey, 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 hey. Want to sing like a wolf? Ow! Ow, ow, ow. Okay, ready? Faster, like we're the wolf chasing. Etanu sakaya, etane nashwalakwa, etanu sakaya, etane nashwalakwa. Aitebka nasiyam nasiyaya. That was a little piece of the wolf song from our Musqueam families. The wolf song, sorry, it's a bit busy here today. The wolf song comes from our Musqueam people. It's a song about a young girl who goes hunting with her brothers up in the mountains during a pandemic. There isn't much food left, and they're up there searching for the deer. And the young sister then sacrifices herself and transforms herself to help the brothers. Transforms herself into a wolf and chases the deer down the mountains to help the brothers hunt food for the community. My sincerest apologies. We're a full house today. I'd just like to again say thank you for having me today. Happy International Women's Day to all the women in trades, to all the women across the world and everyone present here today. And to all the women who have been practicing trades across the land for thousands and thousands of years. Haitepka, best of luck, and have a wonderful day.
Wow. Thank you and your daughters, Christy, for providing such a warm and welcoming start to our conference. On International Women's Day especially, it's important that we acknowledge the reality of working women. Personally, I love that your daughter joined us, so thank you for that welcome. The BC Centre for Women in the Trades, as well as the Industry Training Authority, are both committed to truth and reconciliation with Indigenous peoples. This includes working with Indigenous people to ensure access to trades training and employment, building relationships and partnerships with First Nations, Métis, and Inuit individuals and organizations, as well as working to shift the culture in the trades to be equitable, inclusive, and culturally safe. We'd like to present this blanket to you, which isn't showing up very well on our virtual background. Obviously, it can't present it in person, but it will be mailed to you in gratitude for sharing your welcome and song with us today, and daughters with us as well. Thank you. I'd also like to take this moment to thank the Aboriginal Housing Management Association for their generous sponsorship, which is supporting the full participation of our Indigenous tradesperson speakers today and throughout the upcoming April sessions. Once again, I am pleased to welcome you all to the opening day of the first Women Build BC conference. Today is just the first day of the Women Build BC conference. Tomorrow, we will publish all our April events on the Whova app. Your registration will automatically transfer over to the new Whova events. We have a great lineup for today, and I have to give a shout out to the conference committee, which was a combination of tradeswomen volunteers and staff. Without all of the time and energy tradeswomen continue to volunteer, we would literally not be here today. So thank you to all the volunteers. I want to also take this moment to pay tribute to all the amazing women from the trades. I'd also like to thank our industry partners, advocates, and allies, and our generous sponsors for making this conference possible. Although we can't applaud, unfortunately, I encourage you all to use the comments section in the Whova Q&A. The BC Centre for Women in the Trades is here today because of the hard work and persistent lobbying efforts of women in trades in BC. It was about 6 years ago that the BC Building Trades put 5 tradeswomen in front of 5 female politicians to share our stories about the barriers that women face in entering, advancing, and staying in the trades. Well, we might make up only 4.5% of the trades, and at that point even less, but we are mighty. The government listened and thankfully has continued to listen and support the change needed to shift the culture in the skilled trades industry to one of diversity, equity, and inclusion. This is why I am so pleased to introduce the Honourable Anne Kang, Minister of Advanced Education and Skills Training for BC, to bring greetings today. Although the minister is brand new to this role, she's already a champion for women in trades and has done a great job at hearing tradeswomen's concerns. The minister is in session today, which I won't say unfortunate because we're glad to have her there. So she has provided video greetings. Enjoy.
Hi everyone, I'm Anne Kang, and it's my privilege to be serving British Columbians as the Minister of Advanced Education and Skills Training. I'm sending you greetings from the territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh peoples. I want to welcome each of you to the Women Build BC 2021 conference and thank you for supporting women to have meaningful and positive careers in the trades. Over the next decade, we anticipate approximately 73,000 job openings in trades occupation, and nearly half of those jobs will be in the construction sector. Women represent 4% of the trades workforces, so we want to support diversity in the trades to grow the number of skilled workers for employers. Our government is leveling the playing field by creating better opportunities for women and Indigenous people through policy and through budget decisions. We invested $12.7 million into the new pre-apprenticeship training, apprenticeship services and employment programs to help more than 2,000 women and other underrepresented groups access training. We have also invested in new learning spaces and equipment, including $3 million into 19 post-secondary institutions for trades and technology equipment, $13.63 million into renovating trades program facilities at Selkirk College, and $8.6 million in a new trades education facility at North Island College. Over the coming months, I will be focusing on making post-secondary education more affordable for everyone by strengthening the tuition fee limit policy, by expanding the BC Access Grant Program, and by expanding the tuition waiver program to all former youth in care, regardless of age. We had a challenging 2020, but there is much to look forward to in the year ahead. I wish you all success in creating rewarding and long-lasting careers in the trades. Enjoy the conference, everyone. Thank you.
We are very grateful for the continued support of our government. Grace Lohr, Parliamentary Secretary for Gender Equity, was also not able to be here today because they are in session. She sent along written greetings to the attendees, and one of our exceptional regional representatives, Barbara James, has agreed to read these greetings to you on behalf of the Parliamentary Secretary.
Good morning to all of you at Women Build BC and happy International Women's Day. My name is Barbara James and I'm presenting to you today from the unceded territories of the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh Nations. I am a proud third-year Carpenter's apprentice and a member of the BC Regional Council of Carpenters. I am also an executive member of Build Together BC and a regional representative for the BC Centre for Women in the Trades. I am unable to be with you today as I am currently in trade school for my apprenticeship. However, I am with you in spirit and I am honoured to read the International Women's Day greetings sent to all attendees of the Women Build BC conference by Grace Lohr, Parliamentary Secretary for Gender Equity in BC. Parliamentary Secretary Lohr was elected the MLA for Victoria Beacon Hill in 2020. She is a dedicated anti-violence advocate and a community organizer. I will now read her greetings to you. On International Women's Day, we celebrate women and girls in leadership and the efforts of so many in working for a more equal society. This year also marks a somber milestone as it is almost 1 year since the World Health Organization declared the COVID-19 outbreak a global pandemic. We know that businesses have struggled and jobs have been impacted as we navigate one of the deadliest health crises in human history. We also recognize that systemic barriers still exist in all communities, and many who were disadvantaged before have faced even more challenges. Women and youth have been especially affected as they tend to be overrepresented in some of the hardest hit service sectors. Women are also the most likely to be in a caregiving role for children or elderly parents, or sometimes both. The risk of long-term economic insecurity is further amplified for Indigenous women, women of color, women with disabilities, and people in the 2S LGBTQ+ community. I'd like to recognize the BC Centre for Women in the Trades for bringing you all together for this conference. The opportunity to network, learn from each other, and pave the way toward equal opportunities for other women and underrepresented people to join the trades is so important. We know that every workplace should be welcoming, inclusive, and safe for every employee, regardless of gender, background, or age. We also know that there is more to be done to recruit, retain, and advance women into these quality, well-paying careers. An inclusive workforce will help us build a better BC and meet labor market demands. It's for this reason government is working side by side with all of you to help remove barriers for women to obtain careers in the trades and develop programs to address issues like bullying and harassment, which may discourage women from staying in some trades. When we help each other, all of us can reach our full potential, no matter our gender, race, class, sexual orientation, disability, or ability. Our entire province is stronger, safer, and more economically stable. Thank you all for your great work you do to advance the representation of women in trades, and thank you for the opportunity to say a few words. Have a great conference and happy International Women's Day. Thank you for those inspiring words, Parliamentary Secretary. Women, Two-Spirit, non-binary, and transgender people in the trades are excited to have you in our corner in the legislature. And thank you to all attendees of Women Build BC for making our event a success, and have a great conference.
Awesome. Thank you again to both Minister Kang and Grace Lohr, the Parliamentary Secretary, for sending these inspiring words for our conference opening. And a thank you as well to Barbara James for graciously reading those greetings to us, but more importantly, for always being willing to help out and volunteer. We're now going to take a short break to prepare for the next session, Best Practices for Recruitment and Retention from a Tradesperson's Perspective. So stretch, move your body, or close your eyes, grab a coffee, a snack, whatever you need to break from screen time. Meet us back here at 9:30 for our next session.
you.